Okay, I think it's maybe time to talk about the Lakers. Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
the Lakers?
Lakers.
LeBron, a couple of 50-point games. They lost by quite a few last night. I forget what the exact number was. Um, they ended up losing by 29. Yeah, 29
Yeah,
to Phoenix. Uh, so Anthony Davis obviously is the big question here, but I don't know. Just what are your thoughts just in general on the Lakers?
well, Anthony Davis's injury seems more severe than it was first stated because he was supposed to be
Yeah,
back like around
yeah,
soon, right? Like he's supposed to be
yeah.
ramping up soon and stuff like that. But he's just doing one-on-one drills, and he said he's trying to come back for the playoffs and
Yeah.
play in. So yeah, the Lakers are probably losing it this year. It's probably guaranteed. Westbrook is probably getting traded next year, so might as well let LeBron chase those records. He just got the first person in NBA history with
Yeah.
10,000 rebounds and 10,000 assists. So he has 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. Let him chase Karl Malone, pass Karl Malone, and then let him get a little closer to Kareem. Let him put these crazy stats up. LeBron has been sitting out back to backs. So anyone in Toronto who bought that game, he's probably not going to play, which is
Yeah.
sad to see, especially for whoever bought the game. But yeah, man, Lakers are, it's all about next season. It's all about coming back together. And it's not as gloomy as like the media is trying to make it out to seem because Westbrook is going to be on his last year. So a team like, for example, the Knicks,
Yeah.
they'll trade you their long-term contracts, like a Fournier, like a Alex Burks, like an Nerlens Noel, like a Derrick Rose, and a Kemba Walker to get back a Russell Westbrook because they could just be like, all right, don't sit this, don't play this year, and we'll let our young guys go for another year, tank another 1 year, and they get Westbrook's 45 million off, right? So you're gonna get back more long-term salary, but you could definitely trade Westbrook when he's expiring, and that will happen. But yeah, man, just enjoy LeBron scoring. That's all you can see. If you're Lakers, just remove your expectations of championship and just
Hmm.
enjoy LeBron for what he's doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Everything with the Lakers is blown out of proportion, whether it's good or bad, right?
Yep,
But at the same time, it just feels like such a shame to be wasting
one
uh,
of these years.
one of LeBron. How old is he now? 37.
Yep,
It feels like a shame to be wasting his 37th age 37 year when he's dropping 50-point games at the frequency he has been lately. It definitely feels like a waste, but I don't know if he's scoring like this at his age now, even if he ticks down by 5% next year, he's still going to be an extremely good player and one of the best and the best player on a championship team. So
yeah, and LeBron is to blame for part of this. Le GM chose Russell
yeah,
Westbrook
yeah, yeah.
over DeMar
Could
DeRozan.
have DeMar DeRozan. How good would that? How would that look?
Yeah, and he's the one who traded for an injury-prone Anthony Davis, which me and you agree that was the right trade to
And they
make
won the
because
championship.
they
Yeah,
won the championship.
yeah,
So anyone on social media who's saying otherwise, they don't know what it's like to win a championship,
yeah.
or they're part of a franchise who wins championships very frequently and they underrate it. Because I'm pretty sure Utah Jazz fans who have had an amazing duo in Karl Malone and John Stockton, and
Yeah,
had another amazing duo in Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, who's had consistent playoff success and consistent winning, would trade all that away for 1 year championship, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so one championship means Anthony Davis is worth it. He will bounce back. He's still young. He's still a good player. He just needs to be load managed. I think everyone realizes that now, and he needs to play power forward during the regular season because his body just can't take playing center. So I think these are just issues the Lakers will address in the offseason.
How do you think this gets addressed? So number one, trade Westbrook for
Yeah,
long-term contracts, and you trade him for maybe guys that like kind of fit your team, like Alec Burks and
like
Evan
a
Fournier. These guys
Fournier.
can play around LeBron, right? They're just shooters and
Yeah.
know what to do with the ball. So I guess that's kind of the obvious one.
Yeah. And you have two picks. So you could trade that with like THT for someone who's tanking.
Right.
Like let's say Miles Turner is trying to force his way hand. Two picks in THT, two first round picks. Who knows what they're going to be in 27, 28? You know what I mean? Anthony Davis might be injured still, and LeBron might be retired. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's so far from now is that anything can happen, and those picks, if they're unprotected, could be huge, right?
Yeah.
So that could pull back a really good player, and I think they'll be back next year. The Lakers are always they never when you have a superstar like LeBron and Anthony
Mhm.
Davis, you're not gonna be bad for that long. And yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back. If Anthony Davis were playing this whole time, it would be a different story.
It'd be like a fifth seed.
Regardless of how well Westbrook fits on this team, like if you have LeBron and Anthony Davis,
It'd be like a fifth seed.
exactly, yeah. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't worry if I were a Lakers fan. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms, and follow us on Instagram.